And then in the book, another fascinating finding is that melatonin is maybe one of the greatest plant-produced compounds that explains a lot of the Mediterranean diet's benefit. So melatonin, we all think of the sleep molecule that's produced in our pineal gland that puts us to sleep. And yes, melatonin does go up, during sleep. But melatonin is actually the major antioxidant that's used in our mitochondria to sop up all the damage that's done in the production of energy. And we get deep into the weeds about how ATP is produced in the book. But the important thing is, melatonin is the major antioxidant. And surprise, surprise, plants produce melatonin to protect their mitochondria from the damage of sunlight. And so plants don't need to go to sleep, but plants produce melatonin to protect their mitochondria. And we have a whole list of really great melatonin producing plants. So, for instance, pistachios are the highest melatonin containing food that you can find. Mushrooms are right up there with high melatonin producing containing compounds, as well as being polyphenols. Red wine, surprise, surprise, has melatonin in it, and so does olive oil. And I conjecture in the book that it could be that the benefits of the Mediterranean diet with olive oil and mushrooms and red wine is not so much these other polyphenols, but it's the high, actually, melatonin content. And surprise, coffee has melatonin.
So interesting. I was going to bring up the melatonin. I'm glad you went there. So, to make sure I have this right, the melatonin supports the mitochondria, which are our power plants, our energy producers. So, when we're talking about energy, we want to consume some of those foods. Is it on a daily basis?
Yeah, I actually think the more people understand the rigors that our mitochondria go through to produce our energy currency, which is ATP, uh, you would be shocked that our mitochondria uh, don't just give up. And I use the examples that our mitochondria are essential workers, and the amount of work that mitochondria have to do to produce energy and the amount of byproducts, if you want to say, um, uh, the sludge that builds up in our oil in an internal combustion engine is the sludge that builds up in our mitochondria in producing energy. And we have to have a very impressive way of sopping up the free radicals, the reactive oxygen species that occur in the energy production process. And if people realize the damage that we do to our mitochondria on a daily basis, it's no wonder that these cultures that eat a lot of melatonin containing foods do better in the long run and don't have, our chronic diseases.